Hey, if you work with the MidJourney or with any Stable Diffusion local, you notice you have options called image to image. It's meaning when you can upload it image of or photo wherever you want it, and depending on a style or model you're using, you can receive image based on this photo. And I did create some video about this. However, I decided to take to the next step. And next step is meaning I went to my social media Facebook and I posted says, hey people who want to have it image, because I need to build a bigger library. I want to have a better experience and find nuances. And you have it your own library, and I'm a photographer, so I have it a lot of my own photos, but they're on a specific style. The best way to do, you go ask people, and as a result you will receive hundreds different photos from people with different faces, shape, different sizes, different lighting, coloring, and everything for you to do it. So and it's what I done. And next, I start my journey with a MidJourney to create photos from create images from the Phooto-based. It was excellent experience to find out what it work as a prompts, how to go around. In this video, I just want to share some of the few tips with you, what I recommend to use it and how to use it so you can create a best result. And as examples, I'm going to my portfolio profile on a MidJourney. You're more than welcome to come and join. Just search for Geekatplay and you can access all these images, included prompts and everything. Well, let me correct, not all images you want to access, of course, the photos that I used as basic, but at least it give you an idea how to use it. And it seems like very simple. However, it's have a teeny tiny tips and tricks which help you to go properly with this. So let's go ahead and look what we have right here. You notice I have some images of the people, and usually what you do, you open and you can just with image type simple words. And I found out actually the simplicity it's work the best. The more elaborate you put in strings, the harder it will be control afterwards. So if you just have a portrait of the person, like right here, you can see this is the original photo of the person, and use it with a Yoda, you receive these photos. By the way, just let you know, if you see some photos posted by other people, be sure you have it permission to use. Like example of these ones, because I post on social media, I tell people I can use these photos in my work on MidJourney, AI, renders and so on. And some people maybe don't like it. As well, if, for example, you're going to my site and you decide to click on an image and use it, for example, like this image or other ones, keep in mind those images is copyrighted to me. So technically, you cannot use it without my permission, as well with other people. And it's kind of tricky things about copyrights. But general, if you want to use some image, ask me, and I'm sure we can find out some good image for you to play around. And you always go on a social media Facebook, just put it and says, hey, who wanted these images? I'll do with AI and I'll post here, and I guarantee you have hundreds of the people great respond. And this is also very great respond for you to post yourself, because after when I start doing this, tell you true, I have people who actually says, hey, what is your Venmo? Can I pay you for this? And all this stuff. So if you ask how you can make art with AI, art, easy. Just go on your Facebook, post some few of those images and tell people, hey, I need pay for machine. Can you, if you can, pay me with Venmo? And I guarantee you will find plenty of the people who want to do this. Okay, so let's go back to our line. Number one, keep it simple. You know the rule KISS? It's called keep it simple, stupid. So this is what it is. Keep it simple. Next, you always can apply stylization. So even right here on this face, poor guy, it says Disney princess, and of course Disney princess come up with this. The heroes is very popular strong words. For example, number one request from people who asked me to purchase, it was anything or something you like it. So to the point, if you notice right here, it says if you may choose make for you, should be you end up with SpongeBob or Minion. Well, I wasn't that mean, but general, it's just to prompt people, give you something, the character, what you want to do, so you don't need to come up with yourself. But this is strong names like Conan Barbarian. The excellent things going with the morph of faces, and you'll see this several times. Like for example, when you have a human face, you can always morph with more animal, like a cat, cheetah, other things. Don't try to use it some insects. For some reason it does not work very well. I'll show you. Also, you can do some characters. If you do cartoon characters, a little bit harder here to do. If you run on local machine, I will mention after, it's a little bit easy, but general with MidJourney, cartoon characters, this like Simpsons, go Lisa Simpsons, you can see applied, but not all the way. So the cats, death, again, simplicity going there. Steampunk work very well. Warrior, cat, again, you can see right here. Fairy, cat, some other X-Men characters work as well. Steampunk is always anime work very well. And here's things I just need kind of let you know. There's some images like right here, it is work safe image. However, because they implement new filters with MidJourney, you may have an error kind of come up and says the image is not safe. Please report to admin, or they will know about this, or you can tell them, hey, your filter does not work properly, so they can fix it. I did have it a few times that's happening, and what actually I did, I crop a little bit down or other things, adjusting. So right here is another one, how I say the very nice merging on the faces you can see with the animals. It's make beautiful job if you're done with the portraits. People love this a lot. Characters, of course, Avatar, aliens working very well with this. Vikings, Medusa style work excellent. I mean, with the hair, if you have it close up. And sometimes some you will find out problems, like right here was want to be Jedi Star Wars, but for some reason it started adding beard to everyone. So kind of, again, simplicity work very well. Anime God, small words. You can also apply stylizations, cartoonish, like right here, Mr. Potato, Disney, Pixar, notice right there. And I found out this another interesting things, because if you specify like Studio Ghibli or other things, you most likely will get it anime style. Instead, if you type cartoon anime styles, you may get it some come and go. And of course, more like a God of Paint or other things. And you can see multiple, all of these people who submitted, hundreds of the people. So it was very beautiful experiment with this. Okay, so let's go more on the tips. Like right here, you can see dress as monk, then origami of monkey. It's give you this effect, so you can apply what style you want for the people. But overall, gnome for faces, some of them work very well, not with face. Like right here you have a SpongeBob. I tried and you can see was kind of add cartoonishy, or like a minions, but it's a kind of weird minion come up with this. Gnome, of course, the clowns is perfect working on this. And how I said before, if you have any cat faces or other things, if you want to do for the people, this is work awesome. Right here, lion face, you can see how well it's blended. Mermaid addressed to the Disney, to specific, because how the library going, it's with popular things. So if you're getting reference to something very popular, then it's most likely will have some reference images. That is when AI start rendering. Another things when people sometimes ask, or couples, think about image like right here. I create Beetlejuice in Luida, so it is Luida from Beetlejuice movie. So you can actually get it nice combination for the group of people. Think about this to which movie or what reference may have a group of the people. And I'll show you just in a second another. Well, and as we're going there, this is next things. If you think a portrait is too simple when you create it, you can try apply some stylization. Let me show you example. Right here, you can see that original image, it was just a person staying right here. It was a little bit boring. So what I added beside the witch in a haunted house, and you can see MidJourney actually did excellent job to add environment to this. So if you think you want kind of add more extension, you can do that way as well. Anime, you always, it's what I said before, if you put stylization, put it like Gimli Studio, and you can see it does create a little bit more anime look alike. It's work much better if you just put it like cell shaded or something. Okay, steampunk, those stuff. You can also address like specific stylizations. For example, Herman Bosch. Some people may don't like this because it will go with some stylization, but you can see how it's well done. Post-apocalypse, Mad Max, again reference to this Disney princess, Victorian, all this work. Viking, again Disney princess, all of this, they work very, very well, as can recognize as well. Like for example, little bit longer. This is, for example, you can see Christmas, Build for Kids, Santa Claus Workshop, and this one again, this probably I could drop this, just Angry Christmas Elf will work just fine because environmental not yet added all of this to the background, but it still works very well. And this is a great way to create portraits. Okay, let's look on another tips. If you have a portrait of the person, like for example here, let me show you. So we have this, and we have a portrait of the kid on a background, very kind of busy background, kind of like standing in there. What I found out, it's interesting to put like an armor, so it's kind of hiding, but also when you do with the armor, just mention like for example here, no helmet, so it's kind of keep it open on this, because otherwise it's become close face, you can hardly recognize. So that you can control separate small details also with this. Okay, you remember I told you about some animals and faces. So this is what happened when you try to say with scorpion. For some reason, some insects I find out it does not necessarily very well apply to their portraits when you create it. So and you need kind of be creative. In some cases, when I tell portraits, I said like scorpion face or other things. And of course, some of them like Batman, we have a lot of reference, so it's can gone very, very nice with Batman, or post-apocalypse clown or other things, so it done very good. And right here example, when I try with just a scorpion face, you can see it did work a little bit better on the face, but again, some of them does not work. Some portraits work excellent. For example, right here you can see the original, you just right there, person sitting. And they say also do anything with portraits, so I look on the lights, and it's in my mind was instantly like cyberpunk. So that's what I did, cyberpunk, futuristic LED, and it's actually come up very good with a good portrait. Notice the full size, and this is actually very important, and I'm jumping to this after that group photos. I jump to the how we can do full body with just portraits. Okay, so right here example was couple. I look on them and it just says crazy zombie, so just apply it, add more elements to the zombie to the background. Okay, and right here we have more cat faces. This is another thing, so the one clown wasn't look good alone. I think it was right here. When I created it does not look very good, just around clown on the portrait. So I decided, hey, let's make a little bit better, let's add zombies background, and now its image become more interesting. So you're not just stuck to one single portrait. If you think it's boring, try to expand afterwards, but always begin with just simple things and add afterwards. It's much easier to modify them. So let's go look next on stylizations and full body. You can apply it and you can see how big is different if you're using stylization like pixel art, add to this. Or here, for example, same Rembrandt, we have a reptilian Rembrandt lighting. This is with Rembrandt lighting, this is without. And you can see how they're very well blending faces with this. And now we're coming to another experiment when I try to build Santa Claus out of my portrait. So let's go ahead and click, see what we have. Here's me in a snow, and I was putting half body shot on this. And inside it went and says, okay, how about we have it laughing Santa Claus. It's actually did not bad job on this, but I want to red suit, so I specify, for example, in this case, I said Santa Claus in red suit, which kind of applied to this in some extent, but I want to full body. And you notice it will cut off. However, what's going on here, if you see we have it full body. If you really, really like some person and you want to make for them as they ask full body things, you can reference two images instead one. And what I mean by this, first, you'll have it portraits like you saw before. And second, you can always just go and create a simple figure like right here. Or you can just drag and extend. So in these cases, you just go extend your image, and you take a pen and just draw with a color additional legs and arms. That will be good enough actually to create our image. That will be good enough to create this full body. So you kind of tell about legs. But here's the next step. You can do a little bit more. So what is meaning? You can go and create your stick figures. That will be good enough, but you cannot totally control some outlines. It's a little bit harder. Let me show you what I was meaning by this. Let's go down below, and you can see when you start using the figurines, you may have a problem. It does not guarantee you full body. It will make it easy and most likely to create full body, but you will start have a problem when effecting of the image. Problem is MidJourney does not allow set weights right now, like first image or second. And what I mean by first and second, you can see right here we have two images. If you have more questions how it can be done, I'll post a link right there for you, so you can go ahead and check, see it's all step by step how you can upload images and everything. It's already quite a bit of time. I don't want to take more, but general, this second image will affect, and you can see how it's affected gray color, everything. I did not put it photorealistic. On this case, we want to adjust our link. If you want to do with more colors, then you need to upload a different image. Well, just take a step up from this and create more a Santa Claus look. Notice I'm using 50% gray. I found out it's work a little bit better this way. And if you do with this, you had little bit better image now. So you notice it's more full body we done with the faces. Again, used my face and other things, but it is the one I say my face because you can see it's you have my beard and mustache on a plain face. So it does try merge them together. And here's the next things. Problem is again how it's work. If you remember, it's using Gaussing noise and everything. You can actually help by adding and let create more details by going and put it special Gaussing layer with a noise above on a soft layer, so you'll have it more dots, and this will help MidJourney create even more details, you know, with the image. So like right here, and I think this one is create with more details, and you can see it's a little bit more realistic kind of looking. Again, I did not put it any photorealistic words this, and actually we can do this. Let's go copy this. We'll go to Imagine, and all what we need to do, just put it photorealistic real, just to kind of specify. And I think I misspelled photography. There you go. You can also try to do like 35 millimeters, something that is, again, we'll use it as a reference to the photography. Okay, till let's do the job. Let's go back to the examples and try. You can see right here again, the one thing after I create Santa Claus and I was excited, so I added in a slide flying over. I know I'm misspelling, it's horrible, sorry guys, but flying over the pine forest or other things, and you can see it is add some of those details, the pine forest and everything, make more interesting with the setting. So first, as I do with portraits, just even simplicity, put it in words will work, merge with other styles, and it is excellent work for the portraits. And you know what, till we're waiting, let me show you, as we're here, let me show how I done this. So right here is my portrait. You click on a portrait. When it's open, don't right click on this, just click open, right click, and you have it copy image address. On a Mac, I think it just says copy, so you go right there. Next we'll go down a little bit below, type Imagine, and paste this path. You remember it's need to be like mid disk, whatever, disk app, something. So next what I want to do, it is, where's my guy, right here, we'll click copy image address, or on the Mac again it will be just copy. And what you need to have this path look like this. Notice we have two images. They need separate by space, and you cannot put anything between them. If you put something, you will get error. So next, we already have two images, and angry Santa Claus. with a machine gun. It's evil Santa Claus, okay? Okay, Santa Claus. Let me spell with machine. You know what? Angry robot. And just for fun, we'll say Futurama. So I like Futurama, and it is from Futurama we'll go to do. So it's all what we need to do. Put it in. We'll say I did not put any, what I want to say, the photorealistic right here. This is come back from photorealistic, and you can see how much different. So if we add real and photorealistic, now it's not drying. It's look more like a real. However, it is still have those kind of overlay, you know, with the gray. So you could create some another image that represent a little bit better, maybe with coloring if you want other things. But generally, this is what I have. If you have better tips on how to do full body, and trust me, I tried even tricks, other tricks like in some cases to add. Let me see if I can find right here. Hat, for example, right here, I put it straw hat and a yellow boots. Sometimes it does work. You can see like in some cases where you have straw hat or hat, AI will push down because originally the face was cut off. It will try to push in, put it. It's good. Sometimes AI going cheat, like in this case, you can see the boots right here. Yes, I'll just make her sit together so it shrink kind of. But general, it is inconsistency kind of done. Even how I said right here, you can see I put it weights on the specific elements. It did include them, but it does not give me full body if you specify. So if you have any good tips for me how to be 100% sure you can create a full body just with a string, please let me know for the MidJourney, because Stable Diffusion and other ones, they're a little bit different. You can work there with this stuff. So let's see what we're going to have down here. Okay, so here's our render done. That is my Futurama. Actually, it's nice. It's add an outline like in cartoon. There you go. There's my evil Santa Claus with machine gun standing there. It's actually very nice to, you know, to use those outlines for the, primitives to put properly pose for your Santa Claus. However, it's need a little bit tweaking with the string to make it look more photorealistic. And this is another ones we just created, and you can see it does upkeep very well. So yeah, more playing, tweaking with the strings will maybe help for the, but generally there's a face, and we have our suit, red suit where we had with the head and everything. So actually it's come up not bad at all in this case. Well, I hope this video help you to look around how to create portraits. And again, it's very great experience. If you needed more photos, just post it on social media, and I guarantee you'll have it literally hundreds and hundreds of people with different types, different requests, different faces, formats, and everything reply to you. Don't worry too much about formats. I never actually change format to the square. Any of this MidJourney was reading just fine, so don't worry about like you need to square them out. Just load it as they created, and right here you can see even black and whites, everything that worked just excellent. Loaded there. MidJourney will process. Be sure the most important, it's about simplicity, and simplicity again in a string. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day. Please share and let me know about full body render if you have any cool idea about this.